Hi, my name is Aliser and I live in Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. I am surrounded by incredible people in this community that teach me every day in their own way. They bring inspiration to me, and I would like to share a little bit of their story and why is it that I think they are worthy of watching this video and sharing some of their knowledge. This story is about Lisa Hillyer. She is a life and health coach. She also is a yoga instructor. I attend her classes at Oranj Fitness. She has an amazing energy. She vibes so peacefully, and she has a story. I believe everybody has. And today I'm sharing Lisa Hillyer's story.
I'm Lisa. I'm a yoga teacher and a life coach. I'm from High Level, Alberta, so a small town 12 hours north of here, a really small town up by the Northwest Territories. 2008, me and my daughter moved here so I could go to design school, and I've left a couple times. We lived in Australia. Came here specifically for design school. I was an interior designer for 10 years and worked in Australia doing it for a little while, and then decided it wasn't my life's passion anymore. I think it's been a course of events from childhood that has impacted my life. I had my daughter when I was 21. My dad died in a plane crash when I was 22. Parents were divorced, childhood trauma. So there was all this stuff that was leading me down a very wrong path. I had a horrible relationship with alcohol. And so those were kind of all the experiences, and I was always looking for everything outside of myself. And I don't know if anybody ever said to me, hey, why don't you look within? But that's what the advice would be that I would give, is to start looking within, that everything that you need is within you, everything that you desire is within you. You'll never find it from external circumstances. My calling, I think it came to me when I was like maybe 20. It was to teach, heal, and inspire. And I thought I could do that with design, and in many ways I probably could have done it with design, but I never did do it with design. So I was never really fulfilling my truth or my purpose through that. And now as everything's aligned and come together, that's what I do. How I found my purpose was really digging within and cutting off all the external shit. Can I swear? Yes. Okay. And so I hit my rock bottom when I moved to Australia. For some reason, I thought if I escaped to the other side of the world, everything would be fine, but everything just followed me there, essentially, and I was ruining it for myself. My dreams had come true, and I was not doing well. And so that's when I found yoga, and I'd done yoga before, but this is when I really connected to it. Through the practice of yoga, coaching, all that kind of stuff, it's when you dig within and you get really clear with what's going on in the inside. And you might not like it, it might be really shitty, but you sit with it. And that's been one of sobriety's biggest teachers for me as well, is because my initial reaction would be to have a drink to numb the pain, or to have a drink, make myself feel better, but it doesn't. So through sobriety, I've had to really dig in and look at everything with the work with my coach, with my yoga practice, all that kind of stuff. So I think if you want to connect to your purpose, you have to quieten the mind, and you have to start to tune into your intuition, your heart whispers, the nudges, the stuff that doesn't make any sense. And so through these practices, through yoga, through working with a coach, I started listening to those whispers, like go to India. Go to England for a week and go on this sacred pilgrimage, like all these little weird things that didn't really make any sense, that if I was in my rational mind, I probably would have not went. And so it was just taking leaps and stepping outside of my comfort zone. So if you're wanting to connect to your purpose, the first step, hands down, is meditation and quietening the mind. Let's create your reality. Get really curious about yourself and what's going on. I think that is the biggest key, and it's the scariest part. And gratitude. Just look at what you do have, and start to recognize the magic that's all around, because we get so caught up in our day-to-day that we don't even see, and we're on this planet in the middle of nowhere. We have no idea why, but we're pissy and worried and stressed because somebody cut us off or whatever it might be. Let go of expectations, look at your reactions, really honor the pause, the breath, and just come back to the simplicity of life. The inhales and the exhales, the taking in, the letting go. Cut off from all the external distractions and learn to really be with the self, I think, is something that is so important, and we don't do that. We can't handle being alone or by ourselves, and we're constantly doing and being in the mind. So really finding that stillness and just being, and failing over and over again. There's such a fear around failure, and so I hope that she learns from my actions that you have to fail, and I fail all the time, and it's necessary, and I hope that she sees it's the key to a fulfilled life, is failure, and knowing her worth, that we're all worthy, that we're born worthy. Nobody can take that away from us but ourselves, and we've just so happened to grow up in a society that has conditioned us to believe that we're not, and so we think we're broken, we think we're not whole, we think we're lacking, and to start to shift that. My passion, I guess it's sharing, which maybe that sounds weird, but Tony Robbins, he talks about the 6 human needs, and most of us are only getting 4, and the ones that most of us aren't getting is growth and contribution. And I feel like through my work, it's like I'm on this journey of healing, and so I am a personal development junkie, and I love it, and I love growing and expanding and learning, and I love it so much, and everything that I learn I just want to share with everybody. And so I think my passion is coming from the healing, the work that I've done on myself, and then guiding others to do the same. I just go for it, and I get scared and all that kind of stuff too, but so all you have to do is trust and jump and surrender and know that you're being guided by something bigger than yourself. I listen to Abraham Hicks quite a bit. My coach led me onto Abraham Hicks, but really becoming aware of what's going on in my mind. And these past couple weeks, it's just been playing the same dialogue over and over again. And so becoming aware of that, and then shifting it into gratitude and appreciation. And so I had not such a great day the other day, and I went to bed and I was just like, hey, what was really good about today? And started thinking about all the things that were really good. And I felt really good going from a shitty day to feeling really good. So I think that's how I practice the law of attraction, is writing out my gratitude list in the morning and just taking that time to be like, what felt really good today? What went well? And focusing on that as opposed to what didn't go so well, what wasn't so great. You know, like playing those conversations over and over again in the mind. And so shifting that, becoming aware of it and shifting it, and trying to keep those high vibrations, good feelings in my body. When I manifested a trip, it was because I felt like I'd already been on the trip and I hadn't even gone on the trip. And so coming back, and I just keep coming back to that purpose of love and freedom, and it just fills me up. So I'll be in the middle of teaching yoga, and I'll just like, in my mind, I'll be love and freedom, and you can't help but feel happy when you think of love and freedom, right? And so it starts to radiate out of you.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If Lisa inspired you as much as she inspires me, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, because many more videos are yet to come.